Brookhaven finally updated, and you can see that a lot of new stuff was released on the right. And today, I want to check out with you everything that came out in this new update. I even called this friend of mine to check it out, because a lot of new things were released. He said, there's a new house, let's see it. And that's true. Here on the right, I'm going to grab a vehicle, and in case you don't know, this update was a full military update. Now he finally came here too, and everything released in this update is military related. We have new items that appeared on the right, and I want to see all of this with you today. So first, I'm going to get the new house on the right, and if I go down here, we can see this new and very different house, and this is the new house that was added. Even my friend just grabbed this house because he wants to see what it's like, but it's basically a military house. And if I go inside, you can tell that it's a very different house, really never seen before in Brookhaven, because we have this television, which is really big. Now my friend is coming here too, but the door looks really big. For some reason the door is big, but the house actually looks perfect, and he has to help me see this, so I'm going to start by checking out this room. If I go inside, you can tell it's simply a military bedroom. We have these two beds here, which look really different, especially because they didn't exist in the game before. He said everything in this house is new. And guys, he noticed something that's true. This closet is completely new. This bed is completely new. The closets here are different. This is the most unique update ever released in Brookhaven. I don't know if I can go inside here, but I actually can go into the closet if I want to hide here. I can also sleep in this bed, and my friend can do that too. In fact, he's sleeping here. But now, I want to see what's in all the rooms, because there really are a lot of rooms. There are many different things, and this house has a lot of new stuff, and it even has an elevator. So I'm going into this room, and you can see it's a very different bathroom, and also a bit strange. You can basically take a shower here, because this is a military base. And after taking a shower, we have this bathroom that simply doesn't have a door that closes. And that's really weird. But I'm leaving here, because we have a very interesting room, and we also have several outfits. And I'm looking at the outfits on the right, and apparently they haven't changed. Unfortunately, even though we got a new military house, no new military avatars were released. He even got here too, and it looks like he's calling me. So he's coming into this room, and now he's going into this other room just to see what's in there. I'm running over there too. Perfect. I finally got here, and you can see there are several really different weapons. There are literally new weapons that were released, and they look really interesting. My friend even said they're textures. That's really true, because if you didn't know, the old weapons had ugly textures and everything was redone, and now it's much better than before. If I grab a weapon on the right, you can see what it looks like. But if I click the gear icon in this menu, you can see that there's a new weapon and apparently new textures, but most of them are really ugly. This one looks kind of nice, but most textures are horrible. And these new textures that were released are actually much better and really nice looking. So I want to see everything that came out. And for that, I'm going to grab all these items on the right, and now I have all the items in my hand. Here on the right, I'm going to choose this new item, and apparently it's a new item, but I'm not seeing any difference. And also this item was supposed to have few bullets, but apparently it has infinite bullets. I'm finally reloading. My friend is testing this item, and we also have this other weapon, which got this texture on the right, and it looks really beautiful. It's a completely golden weapon, and right here we have this new item that was released, and this literally didn't exist before. It's just from this update. And on the right, we also have this new item, which is completely new. It's an item that didn't exist before. And lastly, we have the sniper, and in this menu, there's also a new version. We have this pink one, which didn't exist before, and we also have this other new sniper, and this is really cool. But my friend is aiming here, and he tried to hit me, but he simply missed. And now he went into the other room. But I also want to see everything that came out in the update, and I want to see the house first, and then I'll check the secrets. Because besides this house, a lot of new stuff was also released around the map, and in the inventory too. Now I'm leaving this place, and I really want to see what's upstairs, because there's an upper floor and also a totally secret lower floor. But now I want to see what's up here, and it looks like my friend is up ahead, and we're in a really important meeting. There are lots of coffees here. We're negotiating important things for the city. He said, we're negotiating the price of Robux. And that kind of makes sense. But I'm leaving here, and first I'm going to grab some food, and now I want to check what's upstairs and also down there. But I'm going to start by checking the upper floor, and then I'll check the lower floor. Even my friend is coming here too, and it looks like he went up, so I'm following him. But apparently this place is basically for you to practice your aim, and I can choose the terrain I want. First, I want to see all the terrains available, so I'm going to pick the first one, and the first one looks like this. You can see that it's completely empty. It's just for aim practice. If you press the second button, you can see that some things changed. Now we have this character here, where you have to choose an item and basically hit him. And this actually works perfectly. So I'm going to hit down here, and it seems like there aren't many differences whether you hit the top or the bottom. But this is really interesting. It's simply the best update ever. Now my friend has to press the third button. Apparently he pressed it, and now we can see that we have innocents and also bad guys. And I can't hit the innocents, but I have to hit the bad guys. guys. So I'm coming here, and I hit this one, but I can't hit that one. Perfect, I hit this one, and I'm actually doing really well, or maybe not so much, because I accidentally hit an innocent, but I'm going to test it again. I'm even running here and hit this player. Now this one is left, and also this one. I really think I just won. I even realized I'm really good at this. Now my friend has to press the button again, and this time it's the fourth button. You can see that the fourth button is like this, and there are lots of bad guys, and only one good person. So I'll have to hit all the bad guys and save the good person. I'm coming here, and I'm basically training. I'm really doing great. Perfect, I eliminated Bo, and I just finished this. And this update is perfect. But now I want to see what's in the lower floor, because it looks like something really interesting was released. So I'll have to leave here, and my friend has to come too. Now it looks like he went down there, but if I turn off the light, you simply can't see anything. And if suddenly the city turns to night, I'm going to have to grab this item, and now I'll have to hit all the bad guys. Perfect, I'm hitting everyone, and this game is really interesting. And here we have some very different weapons, but I'm coming over here because I want to see what's down there. You can see there's a lot of new stuff, and my friend ended up hitting everyone. He hit bad guys and even innocent people. He really can't tell who's good and who's bad. He said everyone is bad. Look, I don't think so. So now I'll have to test this. And I just pressed this button, and it looks like it started. This mode is really to train my aim, and it's actually very interesting. It's simply one of the best things released in Brookhaven. So I'm hitting everything I can, and apparently there are 40 seconds left. But I don't want to finish this. Actually, I want to see what's on the side. And here we have something very different. Even my friend came here, but I don't know what this is for. Now he hit the target he was supposed to hit, and he's doing really well. He even hit my target, but I'm going to try that too. Perfect, I shot there, and I'm also playing well. Now I'm going to press this other button, and it looks like the target comes closer. And that's a really interesting feature. But these items literally don't work. So much so that if my friend comes here, you can see that this item doesn't work, and it's like he's immortal. I really don't understand why they updated the weapon in the game if it's still not possible to eliminate players. But guys, I can also turn off the light. And now I want to see all the secrets of the update, which I'm sure you've never seen before. Because a lot of new stuff came out that you probably didn't know about in Roblox. First, on the right, these new weapons were released. And now I'm going to go up here to see the new items that came out. My friend even said, what was released? Look, he still doesn't know, but a lot of things came out. First, I'm going to turn off the TV because it's using too much power. Now I just have to grab this item, and I'm going to have to go outside to see everything that was released. So I'm going to place the items right here, and actually, I placed them on the floor. Now he finally got here, and you can see we have this thing that simply holds several weapons. I can even click this button, and apparently it changes. This is literally the best update ever, and everything in this room was added to Brookhaven so you can place it wherever you want. Besides this item, I can also grab this other one, which is basically for aim training. I can hit here, or even this, but I can also press this button, though I don't really know what it does. So I pressed it again, and apparently when I hit this and press a secret button here, the item goes back to normal. I hit it again, and now my friend showed up. He literally appeared here, and I can also grab this other item, but I don't know who this player is. He doesn't even seem to be bad, and my friend showed up and just hit him. Now I grabbed this other item, and an innocent appeared, and we're not supposed to hit this player because he's good, but my friend hit him, and he really shouldn't have done that because he's good. So that means my friend is not qualified to become a police officer, and he didn't pass the test. He said, you didn't pass either. Actually, I think I did pass. But apparently a new weapon was released, which only VIPs can get in Brookhaven. I'm even checking on the right to see if I can find this weapon, but apparently it's completely secret, and from what I noticed, new textures were released, but it's kind of hard to tell, because I don't know which textures are new and which are old. There's also this new item that was released, and this item is literally new, and my friend ended up changing houses. But I'm going to place this item here, because I'm going to try to hit it. I'm actually doing really well. I'm managing to hit everything, but he's watching here, and he said, I bet you can't hit it from on top of the mountain. Look, that's impossible, because being on top of the mountain is a really long distance, and it's actually hard to hit it. But my friend is coming here, and it looks like he placed this item in that spot to basically hit the target. So I'll have to go to the top of the mountain, but I'm really starting to think I won't be able to hit it. And besides this new update, there were also new secrets that I want to check out with you today. But first, I'm going to have to go up here to test this challenge and see if I can pass the test. So I grab this item, and I'm going to grab this new item on the right, because it's much better. So I'll have to hit the target, but I can't see the target. It just looks like the target is right here, and it's going to be a bit hard to hit it. I tried to hit it, and now I have to check if I actually did. But I literally hit it, and you can see I did really well. My friend even noticed that, and now he's surprised. He really thought I wasn't going to hit it. But now I'm coming back here, and in case you didn't know, this house is not the first weapon house released in the game. There were other houses before that tried to do the same thing. My friend is even coming here to grab this house, and I really left a bunch of items back here that are probably getting in the way a little. But now he's arriving here in the front, and if you didn't know, this mansion has this room, which is the same thing that was released today. It's really a place for you to test your aim and see if you're shooting well. But the new house that was released is way better. It simply has better targets, and everything in this house is much better. But up here I'm going to change the color of the house, and you can actually change it. We can play some very different matches up here, especially if it's nighttime, because I won't be able to see anything. I really can't see anything in front of me. So I press this button, and now the match started. You can see that there's a bad guy here, and I'm hitting all the bad players. But I'm getting closer, and I don't know how. But my friend is right here, and now he fell to the ground. If you play this game at night, it's actually really interesting, because there's this weapon with a flashlight, and it would be even better if this flashlight worked like the flashlight on the right, because that one lights up a lot, and this one doesn't light up much. My friend said, just turn off the light. And guys, maybe that's true. So I'm going to turn off this light, and now you can't see anything. Now I'm going to start the match. Perfect. I got right here, and I don't know where my friend went, but I'm looking in this part, and my friend is back here. He really thought I wasn't going to notice he was here, but now the match got way better. Everything here is much more interesting, and this match is really fun. I even turned the light back on, and everything went back to normal. We also have the house cameras, where I can see everything. But in this house, if you didn't know, it looks like a house that's already in the game, which is exactly this house on the right, or even this other house, because these other two houses are literally military ones. He's even staring at me here, and he said, were secrets released in the game? Look, there are definitely secrets. This house has several secrets I want to check out, and there's also this other secret that's a bit old, where we have this giant portal, but that still hasn't been released in the game. This house has lots of secrets that I want to explore with you in the next video. For those who don't know, Brookhaven updated and released this new house on the right, which is simply gigantic, and it also has several floors. But today, I want to see with you all the secrets that were released. I want to find out where the safe is, and I want to see things you didn't notice. So for that, I called this friend, and he arrived here. He said, did you see that you have competitors here? But I'm looking here, and that's true. We have this other military base, which is hiring several soldiers, including a friend of mine. So much so that the player said, form a line of soldiers, and all of them line up, and now they're coming here. They really are my competitors, but I'm going to find out where the safe in the house is, basically to bother these players. But in the new house that was released, we have things never seen before. This kitchen is totally new, and this really wasn't reused from previous Brookhaven houses, because normally when the game updates, they reuse some things from past houses. He even arrived here and said, but I only want to see the secrets. Since he only wants to see the secrets, he'll have to follow me. And I think I'll start with the door, because this door is really big. So much so that if I take this door on the right and place it right here, you can really see that there's a very big difference. For some reason, the doors in this house are much bigger than normal doors, which doesn't make much sense. But if I come here and then enter this room, we have several weapons here, and we have, for example, this one, which is totally secret, because here it looks like this, and in my hand it looks exactly like this. Now he finally came here to see this secret that was released, but this doesn't make sense. For some reason, this weapon is incomplete. He said, could it be a bug? Look, I'm sure this was a bug, and we also have this other item, which looks different in my hand. Here it looks like this, while in my hand it looks like this. So much so that if I look for it on the right, you can see that I can't find it. Even if I try to apply another texture, it simply doesn't change, which means this item is totally secret. But guys, my friend brought me here, and he said one of them already gave up going to the military base. And I'm really seeing that, and it seems like it's true. A house disappeared from here, and now there are only 3 soldiers, because one of them ended up leaving. And later I'm going to enter their house just to steal the safe. But now, I'm arriving here, and this item also looks different in my hand. I really don't know why so many items look different in my hand. My friend even picked up this item, which also looked different in his hand. I really don't know why this happens. He said, maybe it was on purpose. And what's there on the wall is the old version of the weapons. Look at what he said. It really makes sense. Maybe all the weapons that are here are their old versions, and what we hold in our hands is the new version. So all of this here is outdated. This is also outdated, and this is also outdated. This is the only part that is updated. But there's also this new floor that was released, which also has secrets. So I'll have to come here and go up here, and I can choose 4 modes. We have the empty one and several others. But if I choose the empty one, I can grab this item on the right and choose exactly this item. Now I'm going to be able to place new targets around the area. So I'm going to place as many targets as possible. Perfect! I placed several, and this is actually really interesting. But my friend arrived here and said, place 2 targets, one in front of the other. Okay, I'm going to do that, and I think I already understand what he wants to do. So much so that I placed 1 target here, and now I placed another, and my friend apparently wants to see if he can hit 2 targets at the same time. Now he finally threw it, but it didn't work very well. So now it's my turn to try that, and it's really impossible to hit 2 targets at the same time, even if they're right in front of each other. I'm going to hit right in this part, and it's really impossible to do what my friend tried to do. He said, wait, I had a genius idea. Look, I don't know what idea he had, but he placed this item here and placed another one right here. So I'm going to try to hit right in the middle, and it didn't work. Really, the idea he had wasn't very good. But for those who don't know, this place gets much more interesting at night, because during the day you can see everything, but if it's night, everything will get really mysterious, and you'll need the flashlight on the right to be able to see anything. He said, let's play at night then. Okay, let's do that. But now, I'm going out back here to see more secrets, and this shows what's down here. This says that down here there's this floor, and also this other one, which has some pretty secret things. But if I go down here, we have this really interesting place where I can simply train. So I'm going to switch the item on the right, and I'll have to grab exactly this item. I even grabbed the new item that was released, but my friend grabbed this item that basically has the same color. You can see that there aren't many differences, and one of them is yellow, and the other is gray. But I'm going to start the game. So I press this button, and now I'm going to have to hit everything. I even had a genius idea. I'm going to start hitting everything quickly, because that way I'm going to win very easily. But I accidentally ended up losing a few seconds, but I'm sure I'm going to win this. And I finally finished this, and my score was really high. I got 31 points. I really did very well. And he said, I'm going to do way better than you. Want to see? Look, I really do. And I'm sure I'm going to win, because he's going to have to beat me. But I doubt he's going to manage. So while he's playing here, I'm going to test this other part. Here, for those who don't know, there aren't many secrets. We have this button that brings this item closer, or even farther away. And if I hit this item while it's moving, these bullets will basically start flying. And I'm going to do it again. Perfect. I'm hitting this, and you can really see that it got pretty interesting. It's a really interesting bug that literally made it into the game. Now I don't know what my friend is doing, but from what I noticed, he's grabbing several items for when he runs out of bullets. He simply grabbed 3 items. Guys, I didn't think he was going to do that, but he's really prepared to start this. Now he's going to start playing this, and he actually started playing really well, and he's doing way better than I expected. You can see he now has 18 points, and he simply got 53 points. He simply did really well on this, and he used all the weapons. I don't know how he got 53 points in this Roblox game. So much so that he's staring at me here and said, just don't hit the innocent ones, it's easy. And that's interesting to know. Apparently, I can't hit the innocent ones because this player is evil, and this other player is also evil. But this one is good. Now it makes more sense how he got so many points. But this military base is really weird. Several players are watching TV while my friend is cooking food, and I'm going to want to grab their safe just to bother these players. And my friend said, but there isn't even a safe in this house. Look, actually there is a safe, and it's exactly in this part. But to get to this safe, I'm going to have to press a secret button. But I'm not finding this secret button, and it looks like it's hidden somewhere. So I press this button, and now I managed to access this secret place. And he even tried to come here and simply couldn't. Now in this other place, for those who don't know, there is absolutely nothing. But here we have a really interesting safe that I can simply steal from the house. But obviously this house is mine, so I'm not going to take it. So much so that my friend came here and said, let's infiltrate that military base and get their safe. Okay, I think that's going to be interesting. Even while I'm entering their house and stealing their safe, I'm going to take the opportunity to test all the secrets. So I'm going to have to get out of here, especially because I already made my avatar. My friend has to make his avatar, and he went through the wall. I don't know how he did that, but now I'm going to get out of here. And if I turn off the light, it looks like this. Everything gets really dark, and it's very interesting to grab this item and then grab this flashlight on the right to simply hit all the targets. That's really much better. It's a training to do at night. So now I'm going to have to go up here because I have important things to do, and my friend is coming here too. But it looks like he stopped here, and he probably wants to see what this button does. Here we have several interesting effects, and I'm going to press several of them just to see what happens. You can see that now the light turned off, and the house is completely flooded, and it's also on fire. And if I go down here, everything here is underwater. He said, this is Navy training. But guys, there really is a lot of water. Up here it also started to catch fire, and the training really improved a lot, because now it's more realistic. But I'm going to activate other effects to see how it looks. Perfect! I activated several effects, and now there's smoke coming out of here, and down here there's no smoke. But a ghost was supposed to appear here that literally didn't appear. Actually, the ghost appeared right here. But now we have to invade the military base of these players just to steal their safe. So I'm right here, and we're ready to do this. And we have to invade this military base to eliminate the competition, because there can only be one military base here, which is my base. He said, let's just go in, get the safe, and leave. Okay, let's do exactly that. But one very sad thing that happened is that they released an amazing military base, but didn't release new vehicles on the right. They really should have, but that's not what happened. So now I'm waiting for the players to come meet me. And finally he came here and just opened this door, and I want to see if he's going to hire us. He said, come in, you are soldiers now. And I thought maybe there would be training to do this, but it looks like we were already hired. He's even coming here to show us the military base, and he actually came right into this room. So my friend is finally coming here, but I think he's thinking of going down here, but he shouldn't get the safe yet. I came here to call him, to stop him from getting the safe. So much so that now he came back, and he still can't get the safe, because I want to get the house safe together with him. A player arrived here, and is staring at me, but he said, welcome. Look, thank you very much. I thought maybe he was going to ban me because he thought I was an imposter, but that's not what happened. Now I'm coming here, and my friend also came here for us to sign the contract, where we're going to become real soldiers. But guys, my friend here, he just works. He works all day, while these players do nothing. They're just watching really old movies. But I want to see what this player has to say. Now he grabbed the papers, and said, welcome, it's forbidden to be a noob. And it seems like that's the only rule in the base. Look, that rule is really weird, and I also don't think it's very fair. It even seems like that was literally it. So much so that he left. And that was really weird because he's coming here and now he's sleeping. And this player is really weird because he only sleeps. And this other player also only watches TV while my friends do everything. So we have to get revenge for all of this that's happening. And my friend is going to help me do that. I said, I'll get the safe and you bring someone to get banned. And he's going to have to take someone down there because I'm going to get the safe. And right after that, I'm going to disappear. But the person who is down here is going to be banned. And apparently he understood that. Now I'm going to get out of here and I'll have to get the safe quickly by pressing this button. But I'm pressing this button and it simply doesn't open. If you're not the owner of the house, you can't open the secret door to get in here. So here on the right, I'm going to grab this bed and go through the wall like this. And that finally worked. But now I'm going to get the safe and I'm sure he's going to be really mad. Perfect. I finally got it and I'm really rich. But my friend still hasn't brought the players here. Actually, he went downstairs and hid back here. And this other player came down here, but he doesn't know what happened. Now my friend teleported to the upper floor, and he was really smart, but this player doesn't know what's going on. He's really confused. Now this player is coming here, and if he goes down here, he's going to think it was this player who did it. So much so that he got right here, and now he was simply banned. This soldier is really weird. Now I'm going to get out of here like this, and he finally realized what happened. So much so that he's trying to hit me, and he really almost hit me. Maybe this is bad. So I'm going to have to run out of here, and he really tried to hit me several times against the wall. Now I'm crouched here, and he's going to have to figure out which one of them is me. So much so that he's looking back there, and he finally realized that this is me. But here on the right, I'm going to press the teleport button, and I finally disappeared from here. And now I'm free, while the player is looking down here, trying to figure out where I went, and he's really trying to find out where I am in his base. But guys, now I want to see with you some other secrets that were released. And my friend finally teleported back here. But for those who don't know, if I grab this item, we have several new items that were released. This is the innocent one, and it's the person I can't hit, and my friend ended up hitting him. My friend really doesn't know how to tell which one is the bad player and which one is the good player. Here we have this one, and also this other one, where these two are bad, and my friend only hit the one in the middle. I really don't know how he beat me in that last game, because now he only eliminated the innocent one, and actually he eliminated everyone. And that was really weird, but I'm going to teach him how to play this. So I'm placing all the targets back here, and he's supposed to hit all of them except the one in the middle. Now he's aiming here, and he finally hit it. He didn't hit the one in the middle. Actually, he ended up hitting it, but I had a genius idea, because in that game he played, if he hit the bad players, he would earn points, and if he hit the innocent one, he would lose points. So I set up a scoring system, and if he hits this thief, he gets 1 point. If he hits the criminal, he also gets 1 point, and if he hits the innocent, he loses a lot of points. Now he finally hit it, and he really managed to win this. But he's looking here, and said, it's because you didn't explain. Look, I actually explained it several times, but now he finally understood it. Even this friend of mine is coming here, and I don't know what he's doing, but he grabbed a sword and is testing something different. And unfortunately, the sword doesn't work. So much so that he grabbed the bow, which apparently doesn't work, so he shot it right in front, and the target didn't fall. You can only knock down the target if you grab a gun. So I'm going to place a target right here, and I'm bringing everyone here in front to do a test to see which of us has the best aim. We have to hit the target that's right here on this part of my house, and it's not as hard as it looks, but you can't use a sniper. So I got right here and just grabbed this new item. Now I'm going to have to hit this player here, which is going to be pretty hard. And they're also here. So I'm going to let this friend of mine start. He's aiming this bow, and he shot right there, but it looks like he didn't hit anything. So he left, and this time this other friend of mine is going to do it, and I even want to see if he's going to hit it. So much so that he's aiming, and he shot right there in front, and he actually ended up hitting it. That's really impressive. He said, I'm going to raise the challenge. And for some reason, he flew away, and I don't know what he's doing, but he got a mansion where he can get the plane, and I think I already understood what he's doing. He's going to take this plane and ask me to hit the target, but while on the plane. Now I'm aiming at this item right here. Now I shot, and I actually ended up hitting it, but now he's coming here because the challenge is going to get harder, and he's going really far away. Now we're really far, and I can't see the target, but you can see that my friend is right there, and he placed a new target. Now I'm going to have to jump out of the plane and basically hit it, but it's going to be very hard. So I'm going to have to hit a target that's in the middle of nowhere, but I'm going to try to hit it. So much so that I'm aiming here, and now I hit it. I actually managed to hit that. Even my friend is looking here, not believing that I actually hit it. For those who don't know, in the city where I live, everyone here has normal lives, and everything here is very realistic, but we have this military base here that really looks very interesting. So today I want to go into this military base and become part of the new Brookhaven army. For that, I'm coming here to get my car. By the way, at my friend's house there's a really weird car here. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but now I'm coming up front because I have to enter this military base and basically take a very important test. So I'm going to leave my car right here. I want to see if I can be part of this, but now their boss is right here. He came here to say something. He said, I am the boss here. Do you you want to join the army? Yes, I want to do that. Apparently, he's a general. I believe the people who have this hat are sergeants, and the rest are basically recruits. That makes the most sense. You can see they even have a mechanic area. They have several very interesting cars. I really want to be part of this, so I agreed, but now it looks like I'm going to have to follow him. He came right here, so I'm coming along with him, and it looks like this is going to be my room. But he picked up this box, which he handed to me, and apparently I'm going to have to change. In fact, now he left. He's waiting for me to come out of here, but I'm coming here to change clothes. From what I noticed, there's a player here taking a shower, but now I'm basically going to change clothes. Perfect. This is how I look now. I'm sure I'm ready to start this. He's looking here, and it seems like he approved it, but we have these signs around the military base, which are probably a representation of the people we have to go after. In fact, this player is coming here. He came here, and it looks like there's a player cleaning here. Apparently, he's a sergeant exactly because of his hat. I think this player is a general because of his hat. That really makes the most sense. But I'm coming here because I'll probably have to sign a contract. Indeed, he got this contract, which he just gave to me. So I'm signing this, and I'm officially part of the army. He even took the contract back, and now he stored it. He said, well, show him our military base. It looks like he's talking to this player who stopped cleaning here and ended up agreeing. In fact, now he's leaving. I'm going to have to follow him to see everything that's in this Roblox base. He's calling me over here, and apparently he wants to show the rooms where I'll sleep. We have 4 beds here, but actually there are way more soldiers in this military base, so I don't think everyone is going to sleep. He said, one stays awake to guard the base, then they take turns to sleep. Okay, got it. Now I'm following this player again, and here we have a lot of interesting things. This is the weaponry they have in the army. You can see that there are many really interesting weapons here. I want to see if I can take one. It looks like he said no, but apparently he can do that. In fact, he grabbed this item that was right here on the wall. Look, this is really interesting. Now he's coming to the elevator, and it looks like he went up, so I came up here too. He said, this is where your test will be done later. Okay, it looks like there's going to be a test right here. I don't know how this test works, but it really looks very interesting. Now he went down, so I'm coming down here too. Looks like I'll have to go back down again, and now I'm finally here. It seems like here we have several targets that I'll have to hit, and there's even a player already training. He's really good. He's got great aim. He said, you will take the test with another recruit, but only one of you can pass. Okay, looks like only one of us can become a sergeant. I think I already know who the person I'm competing against is. It's probably the player who's right here in this bathroom. You can see he's washing his hands. Now he left. He's coming out of the room, and it looks like both of them are here. They're probably waiting for me. Look, now I'm going to have to come over here to basically compete against this player. So I got right here, but unfortunately only one of us can pass. There's a soldier over here basically watching TV, but this test is going to be really important. I want to see what else I'll have to do. Now he's coming back here, so I'm coming too in the elevator. Perfect. I got here. I want to see what our mission is going to be. He said there will be 3 levels, and you must eliminate the bad players. Okay, that sounds pretty easy. And now we have to choose one of these items to basically take the test. But for some reason, he changed his avatar. He said, I'm ready to be approved. Look, I don't think he should have changed his avatar, but I'm also ready to be approved. Now he went up here. He jumped right into this spot to watch what we're going to do. But look, you can go ahead and start because it's all good. I really want to see how he's going to do. But he grabbed this item and came here to start. He's eliminating the robbers. He actually did well. He took out several robbers, which is exactly what this mission asks for. And now he just left. The boss ended up seeing that, and apparently this time I'm the one who has to do it. But I'm going to choose a different item. I chose this exact item because I'm really good at it. Now he turned around because I'm going to have to start doing this. Okay, I'm doing really well. I'm really doing great. And now I finally finished. I managed to complete this in record time. He said, now it's level 2. Okay, I'm sitting here too because I don't really know what's going on this time. But apparently there have been some changes. You can see that besides bad people, we have good people too. And now he's going to explain to us how this works. He said, this is to simulate a real mission. Only shoot the bad people. Okay, that sounds pretty interesting. Now he went up here to watch what's going to happen. So the player came here, and he's only taking out the criminals around the map. There's this one here, and here's another criminal too. And after a long time, he finished it. But now it looks like it's my turn. Now it's my turn to do this. I'm really prepared. So I'm coming here, and now I'm finishing this more easily, and also faster. Perfect. I'm clearing all of this. I'm really doing great. And now I finally finished it. He even came down here to say something. He said, you did very well, but now it's the final level. This one is decisive. Okay, if this is decisive, that means I have to do really well, or I'll end up failing. He even came back here to explain what's going to happen this time. He said, be as careful as possible. I don't know why he said that, but you can see that now there are several robbers, but there are also innocents. So the player came here, and for some reason he's laughing at me. I really don't know why he laughed at me, but he started here, and he's actually doing really well. And now apparently he finished it. He just couldn't eliminate innocents. In fact, he just came back here, and this time I'm the one who has to do it. I'm going to grab this other item, and now I'm going to start. Perfect. I'm only eliminating criminals here. I'm taking out all of them just like the player asked. Perfect. I passed the training. I literally literally just finished it. He came down here. He said, both of you did well, now follow me. Okay, it looks like there's going to be another training where both of us will have to compete again. I really wanted to already be approved, but once again he went down, and it looks like this time it's going to be even harder. We're going to have to eliminate several targets to basically get approved, but only one of us can be approved. But both of us are doing really well. We are passing everything. But now he handed this item to him, which he picked up here, and he also gave me one. I don't know why he gave me this, but it looks like he's calling us, because it's going to start right here. He's showing us how it's done. So he hit the target perfectly. He actually did very well. This player and I are going to have to do the same thing, but he's aiming here, and he hit exactly the red target. I have to hit the yellow one, but that's going to be very hard. But either way, I'm aiming here, and I finally shot, and you can see that I did really well. He's even looking here, and it seems like he really liked what I did, especially because I did great. But now we're coming here to the next part. He's looking here. He said, here you just have to hit the targets, and you'll have 1 minute to get the highest score. Okay, I think I finally understand this. Both of us are going to have to do this, starting with this player who's going first. Now it started, and guys, he's eliminating as many targets as possible, and you can see his score is slowly changing. This score is going up, but time is starting to run out. But now, after a long time, he actually got a lot of points. You can see that now the game stopped, and he got 36 points, but I'm almost sure I won't be able to do it. And now he's even laughing at me, because he knows I won't be able to do it. Now I'm coming right here. I'm ready to start this, but I'm going to use these two items. When I run out of ammo, I'll use the other to hit as many targets as possible and beat 36 points. Both of them are watching here. He really thinks I'm going to fail, but I'm going to prove he's wrong, that I'm simply going to pass. So guys, I press this button, and now the game is going to start. Perfect. It's starting. I have to hit as many targets as possible, so I'm hitting only the robbers and also the bad guys. Now I'm actually doing pretty well. I'm almost finishing all of this. Perfect. I'm done. I got a lot of points. You can see I got 74 points, which is basically double what he got. I really did great. But guys, even he ended up shocked, not believing that I managed to do it, but I really did very well. Even the boss is looking here. He said, congratulations, you passed, and he's going to remain a recruit. Apparently, he's still going to be a recruit. He'll have to take another test to basically pass, but he really doesn't seem very happy. He said, I quit. I'm not staying here anymore. He really seems like he's going to leave just because he failed. Look, this is really weird. I didn't think he'd get that mad. I wanted to know what this player is doing. He grabbed this green spray paint, and apparently he's going to change the color of the car, but he's staring at me here, and it looks like he gave me this box. Okay, I'm checking what's inside this box, and it looks like now I have this hat, which is really important because it shows that I'm no longer a recruit, and now I'm officially part of this military base. But I'm going up here to stop the player from changing the color of my car without telling me here in Roblox. But it looks like it's already too late. He just changed the color of my car to match the other military vehicles. Look, I didn't want him to do that. He literally crossed the line by changing the color of my car like that. He said, it's mandatory. Okay, I hope he's telling the truth. But now he went back inside and is watching TV again. But I'm coming here to eat some food. Now some time has passed, and apparently it's getting dark. So that means we'll now have to watch over this military base. Now everyone came here to basically talk to the boss, who finally came here, because he's going to choose someone to take care of everything. One person will have to take care of everything while the others sleep. He said, well, a few are missing, because 2 quit. So I need 2 people to guard the military base. Okay, I don't know why 2 people quit. Having 2 people quit is a lot, but I'm going to take care of the military base. So I got right here, and it looks like this player is also going to do it. In fact, he's also here, and apparently he approved it, but he's coming here to sleep. While he sleeps here, and the boss also sleeps in this area, I'm going to basically watch over the military base to make sure no one comes here. He said, obviously we don't handle that. Come with me. Guys, I don't know what he's doing, but he just locked the door to stop anyone from coming here, and now it looks like he's going upstairs. Okay, I'm going up here, but he grabbed this weapon. I don't know why he grabbed it. He said, get one too. Let's play airsoft. This weapon doesn't hurt. Okay, apparently this specific weapon basically doesn't hurt. So I just grabbed it, but I don't know what he's doing. I'm coming here too, and I don't know where he is. I'm trying to figure out where he is, but I just can't see him. Now he appeared over there, and he tried to hit me. So I'm coming over here too, and I basically hit him. I really beat him. In fact, he came over here. He said, hey, you did great. Guys, this is actually really interesting. They can play several matches up here that are really cool. I didn't know it was so interesting to be part of the army, but there's a really strange car coming here. I've never seen this car before, and apparently it's coming to the military base. And actually, it didn't even get close. He's coming here on foot, and this player is not a soldier. Now he's messing with the door to open it. And he actually managed to open it. Look, this is really bad. I believe he came here to steal the weapons. He's getting right into this area and just walked inside. And you can see there's a lot of stuff here that he can grab now. And actually, he's already grabbing it. He's picking up as many weapons as possible. Everything he can get, he's taking. And we need to stop him urgently. Now he even got scared, but he grabbed this weapon. I'm coming here too, but this time I'm going to grab a real weapon, which is this one right here. We need to stop him urgently. So he grabbed that weapon, and now we need to go after him. So I'm coming down here. I'm coming to find out where he is, but he disappeared from here. Actually, He's aiming with this item. It really looks like this could be the end for me. Now I raised my hands to avoid trouble. He said, "Is everything okay there? Did you find him?" Look, I found him, but I can't say that because right now he's aiming this item at me. But now it looks like he left. He's leaving right through the front door. Now he went back to his car, but I'm coming after him quickly. This player is also coming here. I'm going to get my car, and he's coming too, but we have to stop him urgently. But his car is really slow. I honestly doubt he's going to get away. He ran the red light, so now I'm going to have to stop his car. So I crashed into his car, but he's really not stopping, so I'm going to stop his car now. Now he ran off, but I'm coming after him. He's trying to hit me, but he won't succeed. Meanwhile, my friend is coming with this car to arrest the player. I'm really lucky he's here, because now we finally stopped him. There's no way to escape now, because he's surrounded. This is truly the end for him, and believe it or not, on my very first mission I succeeded just like that. Now it looks like the soldier came here, and he's basically coming down to check everything that happened. He's coming up here, and now he just arrived. Really, it's the end for this player. He said, "Congratulations, we've been looking for him for months. Great job. We actually caught a player who's very wanted in the city, and it was actually pretty easy." Brookhaven finally updated, and it changed a lot of things. If I press this avatar button on the right, there's a bunch of new stuff that's different. And today, I want to see with you everything that changed in the update. So for that, I called my friend, who's going to help me check it out. He said, "This is a secret update." That's actually true, but if I click this button on the right, you can see that before it used to look like this, and everything here looked really bad. But if I go to the new game update and click this button on the right, you can see that everything here is completely different. Everything was completely redone and looks way better. So much so that if I click this magnifying glass, I can search any name I want, and a bunch of items will show up on the right. But I can also filter what I want, and I can choose the best-selling items, or the most favorited items, and much more. This way I'll be able to get better avatars and make better customizations. But my friend is changing his avatar, and he's starting to look kind of weird. I don't really know what he's doing. He said, "Look, the heads that are available are really good." Okay, I'll check that here on the right, and choose the heads. And you can see there are a lot of interesting heads. For example, we have this head, where you can see inside my character. And for some reason my friend is coming in here, so I'm following him. But I want to see how his avatar is going to turn out. He even changed his head again, and now it's way weirder. I said, "Change it back. It looks really bad." And that head of his really does look awful. Now he changed that, and his head looks even weirder. Here on the right, I can also choose several different shirts. I can pick a bunch of shirts, or even some really weird hats. You can see that this hat is huge. So on the right, I'm going to use this money, and now I have this money in my hand, looking like I'm super rich. I wanted to know what my friend is doing. He's really checking out everything in the options, but I want to do something really important. I simply want to do a challenge to see which one of us can make the best avatar of all. He said, "For that I'm going to divide the house in two, so you can't spy." Here on the right, I'm going to choose a different shirt, and you can see that the normal shirts haven't changed much, but we have some pretty different shirts here on the right, so I'm going to choose exactly this one. This really looks cool, but I'm going to have to do the challenge in Roblox. And now we're literally in the middle of nowhere. We're here on the beach. My friend said, "Put the walls up," and that's true. I have to place the walls, because he can't see the avatar I'm going to make. So here on the right, I'm going to grab the walls and place them right here. Perfect. Now we have these walls where we're finally going to be able to make our Roblox avatars. But here on the right, I'm going to look at everything that's in the options. And here in the hats, you can see that new options are showing up, because in the old version of Brookhaven, only old and really outdated hats appeared on the right. While in the new version, really interesting hats show up that are just really good. But I don't know what my friend is doing. He's suddenly getting strong, and out of nowhere he turned into a dog. I'm really not understanding this. But now, I'm going to make the best avatar using these items from the menu. So here on the right, I'm going to use this shirt, and now I have to pick one of these pants. I picked this one, but the avatar looks really bad, so I'm going to improve this. I'm going to use this hat on the right, but it looked weird, and now it's starting to look better. The avatar actually looks really good, but there's something very important missing, because my face looks weird. But guys, my friend is back here, and he's spying on me, and suddenly someone just stole my safe. He said, "Your avatar looks ugly. Mine is the best of all." But his avatar isn't ready. He even left, but then he came back like this. He really changed his avatar, and he looks completely different now. But I don't know what's missing from my avatar. He said, "It's missing a beard." And maybe what he said is true. So here on the right, I'm going to search for that word, and a bunch of items appeared that didn't show up before in Brookhaven. But now I look like this, and he's staring at me here. He said, "There are other options in the avatar too. You didn't see them." Look, actually I didn't see anything. But down here on the left, you can see all the items I picked. And if I click on these pants, I can basically buy these pants. And if I press this yellow button, I can basically buy the whole avatar. And that's actually really interesting. But here on the right, I'm going to grab a specific car, and I want my friend to come in here because we have to test something really important. My friend said, "What else came in the update?" Look, that's what I'm going to check now. But my friend looks really weird. There were more things added in the update, and I want to check them out with you. So I'm heading over here to the front, but before that, I have to put on a disguise. So I'm coming around here in the back, and now I'm disguised like this. He said, "Why are you disguised? What are you afraid of?" Look, it's because people are hunting me, and everyone in the server is looking for me, so I have to hide. He said, "Do a hide and seek." Okay, I'll do exactly exactly that. And I want to see who's going to be the one to find me. But here on the right, there were other things that changed too. If I click exactly on this shoe, several shoes will appear here on the right. I can grab a random shoe, and it was supposed to show up on my character, but for some reason he's holding a flashlight. But he used exactly this shoe, which looks really weird. Now apparently he changed it. Brookhaven shoes are definitely weird. I can also grab jackets on the right, like this one, which makes my arm look exactly like this. But my avatar is starting to look really weird. Now he grabbed this shoe that looks really cold, and now he looks like this. I don't know what kind of avatar he's making. I just know it's looking really strange. He's using a bunch of shirts and a bunch of pants, but it's looking really bad. This is the ugliest avatar I've ever seen. He said, okay, then watch what I'm going to do. Guys, I want to see what he's going to do. And apparently he came back to normal, but I didn't understand why he did that. But he used this shirt, and he's using the blocky character, and his avatar really did get better. Here on the right, I'm going to make my character blocky too, and the avatar really looks much better. It looks like this shirt fits perfectly on me. He said, did you see there are new outfits in the avatar? Look, obviously I didn't see that, but now I'm going to turn the avatar back to normal. I'm looking for the outfits he mentioned. Here on the right we have this outfit, which looks like this on me. This is actually really good, and it really looks like I'm a hero. Now he got in the car, and I'm coming to the front, because I want to see who's going to be the first person to find me. Now I'm heading back here, and I just said that I'm at the barn, so they know I'm at this location, and now some players are chasing me. You can see there's a Lamborghini coming this way, and it's really coming after me. I'm going to have to hide from them now. I'm heading up front. I'm jumping right at this part, and I'm simply running away. My friend said, run, he's coming. Now I'm getting right here to grab a plane. Perfect, I got it, and my friend will have to come inside, because for those who don't know, in the last update they released a new secret place right up here in front, and I want to see if in the new update that changed. So to access this secret place, I'm going to have to go down here, and right up ahead, you can see this green and red area, and I'll have to reach exactly there. Perfect, I'm getting here, and you can see that there are already people inside, and I don't know who the person inside is, but I'm going to have to go in too. He said, I'll stay here waiting. If it's a trap, I'll help you get out. Look, I don't think this is a trap. It doesn't even make sense. Now he's flying this plane, but I'm going to enter right here, and it didn't work. I literally lost. Now I'm coming back again, and finally I'm getting here after a long time, so I have to go down here below, right on this bed. Perfect, I managed to get here, but it looks like in this update nothing new was really added. We have the Brookhaven photo, and we also have this place that I still can't access. And that doesn't make sense. But the helicopter crashed here, and something really bad definitely happened. But now, it looks like my friend came here, and he literally just showed up out of nowhere. He said, this is the perfect place to do an avatar competition. Look, that's true! So here on the right, I'm going to grab this wall and place it right here in the middle to divide everything. Perfect! I placed this wall, and now both of us are going to compete to see who makes the best avatar of all. But I'm going to reset the avatar to normal, and he also reset his avatar to normal. He said, I lost all my strength, and he really did lose all his strength. But now I'm heading back here, and each of us will have to make the best avatar possible. So here on the right, I'm going to click this button, but I've already seen all the options there are for shirts and pants. But now, I want to see what else was released that I haven't seen yet. On the right, we have these different heads that make my character look really ugly. But now, I'm going to make the best avatar of all, using items from the right. If I use a shirt that makes me look like this, I just have to choose a blocky character on the right, and I'll go back to normal and look better. I'm even looking on the right to see which shirt I'm going to pick. We even have this really weird shark, and it's honestly very strange. Now I'm looking like this, and I actually look like a soldier. This avatar is getting really interesting. But now, I want to see how my friend looks. But he disappeared from here, and I literally don't know where he went. But he said in the chat, I'm in the cave. Guys, apparently I'll have to leave here. Now I'm exactly in this spot. And for some reason, there's a block right here. There's literally a block in the middle of nowhere. But now, I have to go find my friend, who is apparently in the cave. So I'm getting exactly to the cave, which is this one. But I'm not seeing anyone here. Actually, I'm seeing the hamster back here. His avatar looks really bad. He said, it's actually really cute. Look, I don't know. But now this is also something you can do in Brookhaven. You just search the word you want and pick the item you want on the right. Like this weird hamster shirt, because it looks really bad. And there's also this one, which is even weirder. Now my friend is coming here, and I want to see the avatars the players are making. But it's really weird having a hamster right next to me. Now I'm getting back to the start of the game, and you can see that the players' avatars look like this. The avatars actually look really interesting. You can make avatars like this, or even like that. Now a bunch of players are coming over here, and there's a giant cat on my car. But I'm heading to the front because I want to do something really important. I'm going to leave my car right here, and on the right I'm going to grab this bathroom. I'm placing these bathrooms here, where I'm going to climb up, and I'll be able to make the tallest tower of all. Perfect! I placed more, and the car is exactly this size. And I can't place more bathrooms, but if I drive this car, you can see it's super weird. It's just really hard to drive it. I can't drive it properly. but I'm going to try to go up front, but the car is doing a wheelie. Now I'm back here behind the car, and it's really weird to drive this. You can see the player is trying to come to the front, and he can't because the car is doing a wheelie and falling. I literally just flipped over, and I'm landing right here, and now I'm basically flying. I'm literally in a flying bathroom, and this is the weirdest bathroom of all. But now, it looks like he's coming right here. He waved at me, and said, I had an idea. Let's see who can make the weirdest avatar. Look, that's a really good idea. We're going to have to make the weirdest avatar from the update, especially since there are a lot of really weird items that were released. So much so that now he looks like this, and he's really weird. He turned into that character from the game, but he can also use the animations. And now, he's going to have to follow me, because I'm getting right to this wall, and he's going to have to make his avatar right here. Meanwhile, I'm going to stay on the other side so I basically don't see what he's doing. While I'm here in the front, he's behind this wall, and he can't see what I'm doing, and I also can't see what he's doing, which is technically fair, but I'm going to place more walls to protect myself, because I don't want him to see me, really, not in any way. You can see there are a lot of walls. He even tried to look, but he can't see anything. He's really trying to spy on what I'm doing, and while he makes his avatar, I'm going to make the weirdest avatar I possibly can. Now you can see I look like this, and I just removed this wall because I want to come out with this new avatar I made. It's seriously the weirdest avatar I've ever seen, but I want my friend to come out now so I can see his avatar. But I don't know if he finished his avatar yet. Apparently he turned into a wall, and I don't know why he did that, but suddenly he became a wall in Roblox. He even showed up here in front. He said, but I'm a good wall. You didn't even notice I was here. Look, obviously I did notice you were here, but that round was terrible. I even switched back to a normal avatar, but now it's going to be different. He has to make the best avatar possible, and apparently he understood that. So I'm heading out back here, and I'm going to have to hide again. But this time I'm going to grab this rug on the right, and I'm going to start placing it up here so he can't see anything I'm doing. Perfect! I'm completely trapped in here. It's impossible for him to see what's happening inside. He really was going to try that. He wants to see what's going on here, but he can't because I'm totally protected. Now I'm going to remove this wall to get out of here, and I simply turned into an alien. I really look like I'm an alien, but now I want to see what he made. So here on the right, I'm going to remove all the items, and you can see that he looks like this. He really looks very different, but his avatar doesn't really look like the character he was trying to make because he's underground. So now he removed that item, and basically he looks like this. He said, my avatar is better than yours. Look, I don't know which one of these avatars is better, but for those who don't know, this update hasn't officially released yet. Actually, if I go to the Brookhaven group, we have these two games. One is the normal Brookhaven, and the other is the game where the new update was released. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the Become a Member button. I'll add you on Roblox.